Let's see what the oracle cards want to say. So it's quite late, but I just felt to see what the cards would like to say. That wasn't the best shuffle in the world. Okay. So every day the energies shift and change and we experience different things. The idea is to become more aware, more conscious of mainly what's happening on the inside. What's happening on the outside helps to create a contrast, but really the change occurs on the inside. It occurs through becoming more aware of our participation in the external, how we participate in the experiences that we have each day, and also how we process what we've experienced. So I'll ask the cards, the oracle, tune into the oracle and see what would the universe have us know right now. What would be the guidance? What would be the awareness? What insights? What are the insights? Probably that's the main thing. What are the insights? So as we go through our day-to-day lives and experience the different experiences, we experience the different experiences, which is all it is really, just different experiences. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed, different experiences. What really matters is our interaction with those experiences. Do we see the wisdom? Do we see the wisdom and the messages? Okay, so first card is time for a nap. Never-ending story. Yin. When we're experiencing conflicts and confusion or energies that we're just not sure how to handle, best take a nap. Because when we take a nap, when we step back from the situation, we're not feeding into it. So when the mind is confused and there is internal conflict, then the mind wants to figure it out. The mind wants to take action. So when we're uncomfortable, we want to take action because we want to get out of the uncomfortableness. But because we don't know and because the mind doesn't know, then we can very easily end up feeding in to the situation and it becomes more confusing. So time for a nap, the yin comes before the yang. In order to take action, we need to know what action to take. And taking action just to get out of the pain of a situation isn't necessarily the wise decision. So the time for a nap is basically saying to step back. No need to act right now. Best to rest and replenish and take the energy out of the situation. So whatever it is that you're experiencing that is confusing, then just step back. Just step back. The next card, the never-ending story, is suggesting that if we don't step back, habit will take over. So we are creatures of habit, and when we step back, we start to see what our disposition is, our default programming. When this thing comes up, what is it that I tend to do? What is it that I tend to say? What is it that I tend to act upon? The ways in which I act. So the never-ending story is, in order to get something different, do something different. In order to not perpetuate the same cycles, then we have to do something differently. If we're in the energy of action and we're in the energy of confusion, it's very hard to know what is it to do differently. What's being asked? What is it that to be acknowledged? And then the last card, the yin card. Well, yin is the intuition, it's contemplation, it's reflection, rest, recuperation. It's kindness, compassion, understanding, processing. It's internal. So the message from the cards is one of whatever it is that is confusing or causing conflict, just step back. Just step back. No need to take any action, because right now the action isn't clear. And until it becomes clear, we're just going to perpetuate the same cycle. We'll do the same thing, get the same thing. And the understanding is missed, because when we step back, we can get a better sense of what it is that we're doing that perpetuates the cycle. Whereas if we remain in the cycle, in the action, then we miss what it is that needs to shift, what it is that needs to change. So yin, soft, gentle, replenishing, just taking the hands off the wheel, taking some time out, meditating. By meditating, we say that word and I think it's quite loaded with ideas and what that means. However, meditating can be just sitting quietly for 10 minutes, just sitting quietly and just observing what happens in that 10 minutes. So if you're watching this, perhaps this fits for you, and the suggestion, the insight is that the yin comes before the yang. And if there is something that you're wanting to change, if there's something that you're wanting to make a decision about, or if there is something that you feel confused about, take some time out. Step back, have a look at what it is that you do that perpetuates the cycle, and maybe seeing what you could do different and just exploring the possibilities of different steps, doing something, just one thing maybe slightly differently, and applying the yin. So applying the energy of contemplation, reflection, gentleness, compassion, kindness to the situation, to the experience, whatever it is that's relevant for this, but also to yourself. So the self-nurturing, self-care, very important too. So hope that's helped. Till next time.